welcome back. Now in this video we're going to go over the hack to getting rich during a recession. Now this video we're going to get really in depth, so make sure you have your notepad and pens out immediately because things are going to get really interesting, right? So make sure you watch this video till the end. Now before we actually get started and get into the real meat and bones of this video, we firstly want to identify what an asset is, because obviously, I'm going to bring up the fact that we want to buy assets whilst they're cheap. Well, what actually is this, right? So a useful or valuable thing or person, an item of property owned by a personal company, regarded as having value and available to meet debts, commitments, or legacies. In financial accounting, an asset is any resource owned or controlled by a business or economic entity. It is anything that can be used to produce positive economic value. Assets represent the value of ownership that can be converted into cash. Now that we've identified what an asset actually is, we're going to have a look at some of the different asset classes. Now, we have different asset classes, some cash and cash equivalents. We've got fixed incomes and securities. So this is, lending to big businesses, big corporations or governments, etc., buying in the form of buying bonds, etc. And then we've got stocks and equities. We've got investment funds, this is buying mutual funds, index funds, etc. And then of course we have alternative investments, which we're going to go straight to now. And in this example of alternative investments, you can see real estate, you can see foreign currency, we can see cryptocurrency, we can see hedge funds, we can see private equity, we see commodities like gold, silver, etc., energy, agriculture. Now there's going to be many opportunities across all asset classes in an economic downturn, right? Now, the goal is to get involved in the asset class that you best understand. I would actually put that above the ROI, right? And which is ROI stands for return on investment, right? So we firstly want to go for the alternative, or me personally, I want to go for the alternative investment that I best understand. Now, of course, there's real estate, there's foreign currency, there's cryptocurrency. There's quite a few of these I understand like the back of my hand, but which one of these is likely to produce the biggest return on investment? In my opinion, that is cryptocurrency. And not only do I see it as the future, and we can already see these major funds getting in right beneath our noses aggressively, but not only that, guys, it has the lowest barrier to entry, which means everybody watching this video right now can easily enter the cryptocurrency space. Many of you are already in the space. The barrier of entry is extraordinarily low. We're talking less than $100 to get involved in the cryptocurrency market. Whereas, let's say real estate or some of these other alternative investments, it requires quite a bit of money, and not many people are going to have the funds to be able to take advantage of, let's say, the real estate crash or some of these other opportunities, which is why cryptocurrency is the area of focus. Now that we've identified the asset column that we want to pay attention to, let's get into an actual strategy. Now, as I always say to you guys, hope is not a strategy. Sitting on your hands and saying, I'm going to wait until the market bottoms out and get involved, also isn't a strategy. In fact, that's procrastination. And I have never met anybody that has succeeded in any market think or say things like that. It just doesn't happen. It's just a way to basically procrastinate because you're fearful of actually dollar cost average and getting involved. But we'll talk about that towards the end. So now that we've identified the market that we want to get into, we still want to take account of the broader market, which is why I have the S&P 500 up right now, which is some of the 500 largest American companies, and there's other things that we want to pay attention to like bonds, etc., but we're going to keep it simple in this video. Now, as you can see here, and I went over this a few weeks ago, but I'm just going to quickly go over it again. We can see S&P 500 2008, 57% market decline. 2020 we saw a 35% market decline, and so far since the market started to sell off, we've seen a total of a 27% move. And let's say we match up to our 2020 move and we see a 37% decline, right? who knows, it could stop at this level as well, right? Which is why I'm going to talk about dollar cost averaging, which I mentioned yesterday, but actual key things to do, right? So what do we want to do? So once we've identified patterns and we can establish that the market as we know it and assets as we know it are not going to disappear. And for example, in our case, let's go straight to the cryptocurrency market. The cryptocurrency market is not going to disappear. Then what we want to do is establish our positions. Now, what does that mean? Many of you watching this already have a cryptocurrency portfolio. Some of you are in a profit. You've been in since 2016, 2017, 2018, 2021. You're in profit or you're at break even. And then there's some of you that maybe entered towards the end of 2021 or 2022, and you might be in the loss, you might be down. Just having a portfolio alone is not going to actually make you rich or wealthy when the market takes off, which is why what we want to do is look to establish new positions. And we do this by, number one, having the confidence in the space and being able to identify key opportunity in the said market that we are looking at. So an example, we have many different coins here. We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, I'm just going to go over the top 10 quickly, XRP, Cardano, Solana, Dogecoin, etc. But to be quite frank with you, many of these coins now, even if they do 10x and do extraordinarily well, are not going to make you rich. They're just not going to do that. And in fact, in my next video, or the video that I'm about to post in Crypto Crew Premium, I'm actually going to go over the specific coins that we've identified and given out so far in our portfolio that are likely to actually make you a millionaire. Right, I'm going to go over those coins, but I'm also going to talk about the importance of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of these other projects as well. Now, of course, many of these projects, if you hold them over the long term, maybe by the end of the decade, I guess you will, in my opinion, achieve financial freedom. But who wants to wait that long, right? So let's talk. So now that we've identified, key projects to get involved in and have a look at, we want to start identifying some of these super rare altcoins that we can use to start to pile in and essentially dollar cost average on and take advantage of the market swing. Now, one of the biggest issues that many of you have is your portfolio isn't actually well balanced, right? It's almost like you're playing the lottery. You're betting it all on one coin that you think is going to be that product to make you a millionaire, and you're not diversified at all. And you're also not looking at projects within the cryptocurrency space that have an 80% chance of actually being around by the end of the decade. Our focus and my focus is only to have coins in my portfolio that I believe have an 80% chance of being around till the end of the decade. And then what I want to do once I've identified these coins is, number one, do my research and start adding new projects into the portfolio as well, because again, this is how you stay sharp. This is how you increase your actual you increase the likelihood of you catching that next Bitcoin or catching that next big coin as well. But then once we've identified these coins, we want to, as I said to you guys in yesterday's videos, we want to month to month or even every 2 weeks start to dollar cost average on these projects, start to do the best that we can to make sure we're increasing our holdings of these valuable coins, so that way when this happens, wait for it guys, when this happens and when this happens, you're part of a wealth creation opportunity and you simply ride the wave. Now, of course, exits are important, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video, because exits, of course, is how you realize that newfound riches, that newfound wealth. But that's a video for another day. If you want access to that, if you want access to the projects that are actually likely to make you a millionaire, join Crypto Crew now, Premium now, because we're going to get into an in-depth video on these coins, and I have an emergency update there as well. So guys, head over to Crypto Crew Premium. Today is a day to create real wealth. And guys, that is the hack to getting rich during a recession. Number one, identify what an asset is. Number two, look at the asset column that you want to be involved in. once identified, look for opportunities in that space, real opportunities that are, you know, in my opinion, 80% likely to succeed. And then number 4, being able to dollar cost average on those opportunities every 2 weeks or weekly or monthly, whatever you can actually do. And of course, guys, last but not least, being able to realize and capture that opportunity with exits, and obviously patience to ride the wave. And then of course, finally, the exit. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed that video. Make sure you you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you understand that nothing that you see in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own independent research. With that being said, guys, when others are fearful, be greedy. When others are greedy, be fearful. Now is the time to be greedy. I'll see you all in Crypto Crew Premium now, to the moon and beyond. See you today, guys.